Uh, I wanted to pick your mind, to pick your brain of whether there had been a change in the crowd from before and after COVID, and I know this is a little bit controversial, so we're not doing any apology of anything. This is just sociology and crowd reading, but there has been a drug bust in China since what the last 5 years. Before there were people consuming things, and now there is not people. I mean, there is always everything everywhere, but in a very 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 minimal way. Has that changed the scene in Shanghai?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the reasons, like you mentioned, I was playing a higher BPM. Like, I think that's one of the reasons that works there, because when people are on something, like, you can kind of do whatever you want, but when they're not, you have to excite them in other ways, you know? So people are going out for a release there, you know? People have really hard lives, a lot of them in China, and so they're looking for a release, and so harder, faster. I mean, that's kind of a theme of all around the world since the pandemic, is people are playing harder and faster, because especially the period straight after the pandemic, you know, people didn't want slow and deep. Like, they've been living a slow life for the last 2 or 3 years, so they want something really exciting.
That is I talked about this with Guido. I noticed that it's hard for me to put dates because the past 3-4 years are a little bit blurry. But I think 2021, 2022, I used to go to Min a lot. Min was my to-go place, and at a certain point it was getting darker and darker and faster and faster. And I'm a deep house guy, so yeah, anything about 125, it starts getting fast to me. You know? And I prefer happy. I prefer Ibiza Chiringuito rather than, you know, an industrial building. I'm an old guy. I'm sorry. So yeah, and then I think. Do you think that trend kind of left, or are we still in the middle?
So there was definitely kind of a worldwide trend towards techno, and I think the cause of that was the big festivals all around the world. There were a lot of like big techno superstars at the time. Like, I can't remember the names right now, but anyways, there a lot of places that had been doing EDM started having a techno stage and booking the same kind of 10 techno artists to play at these big, like, what was EDM festivals. EDM's not really in favor anymore. So techno kind of took over for a while, and I think that's what made things darker a bit.
Yeah.
Once the pandemic ended, the next trend was kind of, I think the darkness went away, but it's gotten very, first of all, fast. There is hard and fast stuff, but there's also something that almost sounds like old Eurodance stuff from like the 90s and 2000s, like lots of cheesy, fun lyrics, lots of remixes of really popular, like Taylor Swift songs and stuff, like done in a dance style and 140, 150 BPM. I think this is the current trend. There's a lot of reasons for it. Like, one, pandemic is over, but it's still sustained till now. And another of the reasons is like TikTok. Like, when people are choosing music for TikTok, you can speed up the music or pick a sped up version. So maybe you can fit more lyrics or something you want to say over your video or something. And most people like doing this to the music. They're speeding it up rather than slowing it down to fit more onto a short video clip for social media. So that's another thing that's affected like techno and dance music scenes, like this whole social media way that a lot of people are discovering music through this social media, short video clips and stuff.
Yeah. That is super interesting. I hadn't thought about that in any way, shape, or form. I had never had TikTok because I'm living in Hong Kong.
Me neither.
So it's and Instagram is not the same from what I believe.
No, I mean TikTok is just like short videos. It's just straight like serotonin, dopamine hits to your brain. So it's a different thing than Instagram. I'm not really super versed on Instagram either. Like I only had Instagram for the last year and a half or something.
Look, I have capitulated to Instagram.
Yeah.
Now I think you've seen in the past few days that I have been trying to get more active, and it doesn't come natural to me. I do it because it's good for me to be in touch with my daytime job clients. I think nowadays being relatable and having people know you a little bit, it's important. And it's fast for communicating certain things.
I don't mind Instagram so much. I like probably back when Facebook was popular, I was pretty addicted to Facebook, and then people stopped using it. And then I had a period where I didn't use Instagram or Facebook. And at some point, like there was some gig that like I had dozens of gigs where, the organizer asked, "Oh, what's your Instagram handle?" I don't have it. What? I'm supposed to help promote the party and stuff. So at some point there was some gig that they're like, "No, you have to have an Instagram if you're going to play." And so I ended up making one sometime.
Yeah. No, please do, because I have a theory. And I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to come across as an asshole. But I think from having listened to you, I mean, it's not that I listened to you only in that party. I did listen to a lot of sessions that you did between now and then. You should be a huge name worldwide. So I think if now you have Instagram, it's only a matter of time that next time I see you in Ibiza instead of in my boat in Hong Kong. I ask you, one parenthesis, we edited out, it's 1007. How are you doing with time?
I'm fine. Yeah,
You're
I have
fine?
nothing else tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because I don't want to. If you're fine, I'm fine. I mean, we've done a little bit over 1 hour. That 107 is not. It's actually less because you came when it was already 3-4 minutes in.
Yeah, so I'm fine. I can go for.
No, cool.